Oops. Now let it roll over. Seconds go faster when you're chewing. Pretty sure that's scientifically proven. Good morning, everybody. I'm Sam.
I'm Jessie. Good morning.
Welcome to the Flipside. We try to do this every Saturday.
Some Saturdays we can't because life is busy.
Too busy sometimes, but it is what it is.
See Blake and Tom and David.
Yeah. Tom, Blake, David Brownlee. Brownlee. If you had an accent on the last E, that would be Brownlee.
Yes, it would.
Mr. Brownlee. Brownlee.
And Micah?
Ah, Micah's here too. What are you looking at?
I was looking at whatever the stupid cat is trying to do.
He's trying to climb up into the stupid boxes like he always does. Which is why I try to keep him out of here. But he's okay right now.
Yeah.
Over here, however,
Is there a little gap?
there's a mess because he has made a gap. There wasn't one. And decided to crawl around back there like a cave.
He does love a cave.
Gunnar Johansson is here. Whoa. All right.
What is the tagline this week? What are we talking? What's it about?
A respite. That simply means
A rest.
that we have
A break.
nothing going on today.
We actually don't. I mean, things keep getting added. Like, now I got to take somebody to Costco. But not this somebody, but somebody else. But
Not me.
that's not a big deal. You
All
know
right.
what I was thinking this morning is sometimes our lives are so busy that the only time I have to play games with you is when we do it live.
This is true.
Like, we don't get to sit and play games upstairs at our table or just the two of us or hang out. Nope, no car back yet, Tom.
Not yet. Matter of fact,
I think I think
the
my rental car.
the collision place hasn't even started working on it yet.
No.
It's still at Les Schwab on the other side of the river. And it's been there for a week now. And it's just sitting there doing nothing.
I don't know that it's doing nothing. They said they're waiting on parts.
Doing nothing. Because they're waiting on parts.
Blake says he's never been to Costco. Costco is like my Target. Everybody else goes to Target. Moms of little kids, that was our mommy break, is we would go shopping at Target. Like, that was a thing. And now it's like, well, I don't want to go to Target, but boy, do I want to go to Costco. I would be happy to go to Costco by myself, just walk around and look at all the new stuff that I'm not going to buy, and all the stuff that I want, and all the stuff for Christmas, and just walk around. Not Target, Costco. I don't want to walk around Target.
Did you get all this scraping?
But I definitely love walking around Costco.
Yes.
So when one of Daphne's friends asked me to take her to Costco today, I was like, okay, let's go. I don't mind.
That's true. That is true. You
I tell you?
love going to Costco.
My dad is a bit of a, like, numbers. Like, he loves numbers. So the last time they went to Costco, he was like, record-breaking Costco.
What's that?
Last time my parents went to Costco, record-breaking. That was the most I've ever spent at Costco in one trip.
With who?
My mom.
Oh.
And I was like, yeah, but you only go to Costco every, like, 3 or 4 months. So it's going to be $400 or $500 at least. Like, I think it was more.
What?
I don't know. Mom bought.
Oh my goodness.
Costco has a better book selection than Target. I'm just saying, Blake.
Does it?
Yes. They have a good book. I mean, at least seasonally.
Target has board games, though.
True. But Costco has other stuff I can't buy. So
You can buy board games?
I can buy board games anytime.
Why did you say it that way?
I meant like it has other things I'm not budgeted for. like
I've also never been to IKEA either. And you live on the other side, dude. You live right by one. Come on.
Get out more.
Go to IKEA. Costco is not for folks who don't like crowds.
What?
Also better for big families than for couples.
That's true. That's true.
Costco doesn't have any books that I can't get other places.
So does Target. Target doesn't have any books you can't buy anywhere else. I mean, wait, I don't know how to say that sentence.
Well, you say you just replace Costco with Target. Target doesn't have any books that you can't get other places either.
Right.
I mean,
books are all sold the same places.
Get out more. Why would I do that? Because life is more than Papa Murphy's, bro. Come on.
David, I'm grateful that you taught me the games last week. We had some really good ones that I enjoyed. And the other one was a little harder for me, but it wasn't so much that. It was that my brain kind of went into a spiral at a certain point during game night. So it had very little to do with the game. After that, it was me in a spiral.
I have seen board games at Costco. Nothing I would buy, though. I've never seen board games at Costco.
I don't know if that's true or not, but if they are, they are.
I've never
generic.
Seen Costco is not for folks who don't like big crowds. I read that earlier, but I'm coming back to it because that almost puts the nail on the head. That's why I don't like going to Costco.
Oh, I think there's more people at Target.
Nope. Not even close. Because Target is a smaller building.
Maybe.
Than Costco is.
Yeah, but it has the same amount of people.
No, it doesn't. Because when I go into Target, I'm like, oh, I'm walking down an aisle and there's nobody here. Oh, here's another aisle and nobody is on this aisle. But in Costco, there's 10 people on every aisle.
Well, if you go on a Saturday, yeah, that's what's going to happen today. So, if you go on a Friday or a Thursday at 7 p.m. 7 p.m.
Heavens to Betsy, don't go on a holiday.
Or a day before, like a Friday before a holiday.
Nope.
Don't do that. What games did we play last week at game night? Oh, we had so many games.
Get us closer to me. Micah, what were your thoughts with JT about Shackleton Bays? Just guessing here how it should be written. No, that's fine. That's actually a very good sentence, Micah, so well done. My thoughts, I was anxious going into it because I've wanted to play Shackleton Bays. I've wanted to play Shackleton Bays for a long time. I like Pandasaurus. I like Sorry We Are French. The two designers, I can't remember their name right now, are both notable designers. But it is on the heavy side of Euro games, and that's why I was a little apprehensive. I like all the mechanisms that they were using, but the degree to which they were using them is where it really gets kind of complex. And it's like most Euro games. What you're actually doing on your turns, it's not difficult at all. But how everything fits together,
that's where
and
I get lost.
How you have to plan ahead in order to have enough money to to pay your people and all of that kind of stuff, that's where the complexity rolls in. And it wasn't that bad. I really thought about halfway through the game, and I said as much, that I thought JT was just going to steamroll me because his engine was really kicking early in the game. But it kind of died out towards the end. And I don't want to give up too many spoilers, but it was actually turned out to be a very close game. And to me, that tells me that everything is well balanced. Now, that's not
like that.
a super empirical statement because it's just from one statement.
Statement.
It's just from one play of the game. But because the strategy that I took was almost, I mean, in that game, it was the exact opposite of what JT was trying to do. He was trying to maximize one company and dabbling in a second, and I was trying to maximize one company, the other company, and dabble in a second. And we both kind of took very non-divergent paths, and we both scored about the same number of points. That speaks of balance. If I could have done a couple of things different, I might have won. If he could have done a couple of things different, he might have won. You know, it's that kind of feeling. So I really did enjoy it. It is not as heavy. I would probably not put it at a 3.8.
Really?
I probably wouldn't. It's still a mid-heavy. It's a mid-heavy Euro game, and I enjoyed it. It was good. Let's see. Life is more than Papa Murphy. I don't think that it is. What games?
Well, I liked the game Artistry. That was really neat and beautiful. And then, David, what was the name of the first game you taught me? That was a fun game too, but I could not remember the name of that.
Did you play the Jizoga?
We did play Jisogi.
Jisogi?
That was the one we played at the end of the night.
Oh, okay.
Where my brain exploded.
That was the
but
brain,
that wasn't
brain
the game's
burner.
fault or David's fault for trying to teach it.
Yeah.
It was a bunch of other things that had happened during that night that just set me off.
Miscommunications.
Yeah.
Target recently hasn't been very crowded. No. Target is definitely never that busy.
I don't know.
You just haven't been in a long time.
Maybe. I really don't go to
you
Target.
haven't been in a long time.
Like, I really don't go.
Like, I mean, it used to be like it was at Walmart, where you would go in there and then you'd stand in line for 10 hours while you were waiting to be checked out. But now, like last time I went in there to buy Horrified Dungeons and Dragons because I knew it was going to be there.
Right.
And so I went in and picked it up off the shelf, went and paid, and I was in and out in maybe 10 minutes max. I didn't have to wait in line, went right up to the register. There were very few people in there.
Yeah, when the kids were younger, Target was like my mom break. I would happily go to Target and just walk around. And now I'm like, nah, I don't want to go to Target.
Yeah. I can go to Costco in the middle of a weekday and still have to wait in line to check out for 5 minutes. Then you have to wait for them to check your receipt on the way out.
Yes.
Yep, that is true. Before I knew what it was about, I thought Shackleton Base would have been an expedition to Antarctica.
Well, I think, isn't that kind of the point? Because it's an expedition and it's named after, like, the original Shackleton to Antarctica. So that would be...
It was a base on the moon named after Shackleton. That is the thing.
Right.
But, funny enough, when I first saw the title, I thought it was...
Antarctica.
No. I thought it was a game based on Shackleton's expedition to Antarctica.
Right.
But just to the moon.
Oh.
So I think they took...
Okay.
I thought
right.
they took all of the things that happens with Shackleton's Shackleton's expedition and just made it a trip to the moon instead of a trip to Antarctica. And so I was like super down for it. And then I found out, oh, that's just what they named the base. But then I looked at the mechanisms and everything, and it was still high on my radar.
Asara is the other game.
Asara.
That was what it was. I could not remember the name of that.
Sounds like the name of a Disney princess. Because the way I just said it sounds like the evil guy going, Asara. You know.
Jafar.
Don't walk into Target wearing a red shirt and khakis.
Truth.
My dad made that mistake once.
Oh, yeah.
I would actually want to do that and then give people wrong information. Like, hey, can you help me? Where's the this? Oh, yeah, that's on aisle 10. Okay, thank you. Have no idea what's on aisle 10.
You know, that is not kind. I'm just gonna say
That's
that is
something I
not
think would
kind.
be funny.
I don't think it would be funny.
That would be funny. And then you follow the people and film their reaction. What the heck? These people in Target don't know what they're talking about. They need to. That would be so funny.
Oh no. I don't know about that.
No, but like it would actually be pretty funny, I think, because you would have one team that follows them with a camera, and another team that actually goes and gets what they're looking for. And after we film the reaction, we say, "Hey, we're just joking around, blah blah blah. Here's what you were looking for." That would be funny. I think that would be cool. Might get me shot though.
Yeah.
Asara. I'm going to say it that way every time now. Is from 2010. It is museum worthy. No, it's not, because it isn't on my shelf, sir.
I know. I liked the game artistry. That was really nice. That was actually really pretty and really fun.
When you were in Korea, did you ever go to Japan? Yes, I did. Twice, I want to say, maybe 3 times. I only went for a day trip, though. It wasn't like I was on vacay or anything like that. I just went to, it was called a visa run, which is basically your visa needs to be renewed. Mm-hmm. And the way Korea did it is that it had to be renewed in a, what do you call them? An embassy. That was not within the physical confines of South Korea. So you had to travel to a different embassy and get it renewed and then come back. And we could do that in about a day. Oftentimes you'd have to do it overnight. So you show up on one day, turn in your paperwork, stay someplace, and then go back the next day, pick up your paperwork, and then go back to Korea. But those are the only times. I went to Osaka one time. No, I think both times were Osaka. Yeah. Nice to hear it's well balanced. Then it has replayability because you can try different ways to play it. Yeah, because you have a bunch of different corporations that are in there, and each of those corporations bring different things that you do in order to, to try to get more points. So I think it's a good system. It's a really good system. Your Friday stream on Thursday was also good, David says. Thank you. You appear to be enjoying it more than you were expecting. That is absolutely true. I went into playing Friday with very low expectations because I know that solo games have been, at least in my estimation, they've been very much improved upon in the 14 years since Friday was produced. So I did see Freaky Frogs or something like that at Treasure Trove yesterday, local game shop that just opened here in town. And I almost picked it up because somebody commented on it that that they preferred Freaky Frogs to Friday. And Freaky Frogs is another solo adventure by Friedman Freeze and so forth. Same size box and everything as far as I can tell. But yeah, I did enjoy it much more than I was expecting to. I went in with very low expectations, and it is actually a very fun time.
Nice.
Just made it home from shopping, and now we get to unload everything, Vanessa says. Yay!
See, I have to admit, I call upon the boys to unload. I'm like, hey, I'm home. Groceries are in the car. Ting. You guys need to come help me.
And if we don't,
then I just go,
Jessie
I
gets
guess
a little
I'll
spicy.
do it by myself.
She gets
and
a
then I
little
try to take
spicy.
it all in one trip.
She doesn't say that.
And then I trip.
She actually just tries to do it.
And then I drop the milk, and then it breaks. And then I drop the milk again. And then I...
Were you at Costco, Vanessa?
She says, yes.
Ha ha! We've been talking about Costco.
Costco and Walmart. Those are my two things. That's where I go now.
Sam's follow-up. Oh, you meant peanut butter? I thought you were looking for diapers. Peanut butter's back on aisle 1. Yeah, you just got to keep it going. You got to keep it going. Costco and Walmart. Then it took us 20 minutes to get our coffee at Dunkin' because a hockey team came in right before I put the order in. Wow.
That's pretty funny.
Sorry. It was a mobile order. It was already paid for. You actually waited, Vanessa? I would have left. Here's the okay.
If there was a Dunkin' in town.
No.
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 Really?
I don't even care if you were asking about coffee or donuts.
Well,
the answer is no.
Donuts.
The answer is no. Because okay, here's the thing. I passed a Dunkin' from a distance, but I passed a Dunkin'. Did I?
No, there's no Dunkin' in Seattle. I mean, in Spokane.
There isn't?
Nope.
I could have swore I saw
Nope.
one. But anyway, here's my point. I will drive straight past a Dunkin' Donuts. And if I were a different kind of person, I would flip them off on the way. But I'm not. I'm not that kind of person.
Boy.
I don't flip people off. I just don't. But if I see a Dunkin' Donuts and I know, I don't even have to see it. If I know there's a Krispy Kreme down the road, Dunkin' Donuts does not exist. Period.
I've heard
End of discussion.
from East Coast people that Dunkin' Donuts is the coffee place everybody goes to. It's the place where you get your morning coffee.
They're wrong. That's just the long and the short of it, including Vanessa, if she just decides to pipe up here in a little bit. I will. Don't worry. I will be the mouthpiece for all Eastern United States people. Dunkin' Donuts, honks, Major Bobo. By the way, Starbucks also second rate.
Oh, I don't love Starbucks.
Second rate at best.
Starbucks.
At best.
But
The only time I ever go to Starbucks is when I don't have any other option.
yeah.
Even in the airports, I generally don't go to Starbucks unless I have to walk 15,000 gates to go get my coffee, and I don't have time to do that. The only time I go to Starbucks is when it is the only convenient thing to do. And those are very few and far between. Let's see. One time we had a gallon of milk get sliced
And it's me all the time.
on a bottle cap when we were unloading the car.
Because
We managed to save most of it. Yeah, no,
not a bottle cap. That's me,
Not
like
her.
all the time.
She just drops it walking up the steps, and now we have a milk fountain outside.
And I come in
on our
trying to
stairs.
hold it like
Yeah.
this. Like,
And she puts like a quarter of a gallon of milk on it. There, I saved it. Sam, are you backing Satchel Quest, Vincent Dutrait art? I believe.
his face tells me everything.
I
I'm
believe
guessing that's a yes.
I may or may not have already backed that like 3 weeks ago. I believe. The place where you get your morning coffee should be your kitchen. That's where it usually is.
Morning.
I've been really good. Black Rifle Coffee Company. That's the way to go, bro. And I'm really actually liking that new, what is it?
Maple pecan.
Maple pecan.
I noticed that one's going down more than the other ones. I need to get
that's
more.
good. But because it's sweet, it's got a
Yeah,
sweet
it does
flavor
have
to it.
Smells good.
And I grew up with pecans, so it has that homey feel to it as well.
Yeah, it smells good.
So those are the top three. I think Cactus Squatch is still in first place.
Yeah.
And then Maple Pecan and Fur Missile are my other two favorites.
I have a pumpkin one.
No, thank you.
I'll try it. I'll get it for you.
No, don't. Don't waste the money. I don't like pumpkin
Vanessa
flavored
says she also
coffee.
likes Dutch Bros. That's kind of one of our things.
I've
We go to
been-
a local coffee shop first and foremost, and then
Steamers West.
Steamers West, and then Dutch Bros.
Yeah. Let's see. I've been really good about not backing more games since I'm out of room, but I did just back the Game Makers. I think that's going to be supremely right down your alley. I have not played it, but I have watched it being played, and I've had it explained to me by Jay, and it's going to be right down your alley, dude. And the bling factor of this game, especially if you get the deluxe edition, it's going to be huge. Huge. If there's another option other than Dunkin' or Starbucks, I prefer that over either of those.
Yeah.
That is correct. See, Vanessa, we can't agree.
I agree with Vanessa a lot.
That's because I think you two were separated at birth. I went back and forth on Satchel Quest, decided against it. That's okay, Tom. You've made a lot of bad mistakes in your past, so.
Why?
Just continuing a trend, Tom. That's all you're doing. I prefer locally owned places, but there aren't any in that shopping area. Then you go to a different shopping area.
Not if you have to go to Costco and Walmart. It's already there.
Let's see. I also really liked Dutch Bros when I had it. There was one down the road from our hotel in Orlando. Sadly, none here in PA. Yeah, that's the one thing with Dutch Bros. It is kind of still
West Coast-ish.
Well, West Coast. I mean, they have some in the South. I know when I visited San Antonio.
Oh yeah, there was
last
one.
trip. There were, I think, 2 or 3.
Yeah, and you drove.
But that was in San Antonio. There were
big
2 or
old
3. This
city.
big old huge city, and we've got 3
in
here in Wenatchee and East Wenatchee.
And they're a
so
tiny
it's like,
little hiccup of a town.
yeah. So it's like they just haven't spread. I think Dutch Bros is probably
See,
it is my favorite chain.
Sure.
It's my favorite chain.
Tom's coming back at you.
I'll get to it. Went back and forth. Didn't like it. It's a bag building dungeon quest. I heard the tokens you draw have 2 sides, and you have to choose which to use. Yeah, it's one of the things I like about it. I like coffee flavored coffee. Ugh.
Just black coffee.
Ugh. No, I don't like black coffee. It's too. Although we were watching Bill and Dom Eat the World, and we learned something about coffee that we never knew, and I felt kind of stupid for not knowing this, but it made total sense. Dark roast coffee actually has less caffeine in it than medium or light roast coffee, because the light roast, medium, and dark, that's not talking about how caffeinated it is. It's about how bitter it is. Because the more you roast it, the more bitter it becomes, and the more caffeine the beans lose through the smoke.
The process. Roasting.
So a light roast coffee is actually a higher caffeine content, and it tastes better because it's not as bitter.
It's not as bitter.
Than medium and dark roast. I never knew that.
And I liked how both of the actors, Billy and Dom, were like, "What? I didn't know that. I thought that was totally opposite." Like they were like,
Is being your friend one of those mistakes? No, that was a shining example of how even a blind squirrel can find a nut every once in a while.
"Tom, don't let him be mean to you."
Hey, bub, you rolled out the welcome mat on that one.
See, you're definitely making Tom feel.
Everyone has a spirit of Eric today. I see.
A little spicy.
Does kind of rub off.
Can
on
I
you.
roll with it all day? I could be spicy all day.
Tom, we can play Sam's copy when it arrives.
Satchel Quest.
Yeah, that's true. They don't have a Papa Murphy's on the East Coast except for the Carolinas. Okay, Dad. He probably won't let me play it, though.
See? I like playing games with Tom and Mary Beth.
There might be some truth to that.
I like
After
playing
all
games
of
with
this
Tom and Mary
spiciness,
Beth.
he's calling me crazy.
No, he just called you a nut.
I know. That's crazy. That's a synonym.
You said it.
I didn't.
You did?
It was an analogy.
You
That doesn't mean I
said-
called myself a nut. He called me a nut.
You
So
said.
yeah, no, you don't get to play Satchel Quest, you meanie. There's a local coffee shop I won't go to anymore because their espresso is extremely bitter,
Yeah,
and
bitter.
I don't like it. Yeah, you have to find the right local coffee shop, not just any local coffee shop.
Daphne's still struggling to find one in Pullman that she likes.
Oh,
She just goes to Starbucks and then kind of bitterly kind of grumbles about it.
If I drink coffee, it's usually an Americano, but I prefer tea usually.
Americano is just
I think
espresso and the water.
I think Jessie doesn't realize sometimes when she drinks tea. Because we were at dinner last night, and she was like, "Oh, I'll take a black tea. I haven't had a tea today."
No, I said I hadn't had a black tea.
I
I said
looked
I
at
hadn't
her,
had a black tea.
Looked at her and I said, "I bought you and brought it to you this
I
morning."
specifically said I hadn't had a black tea.
She forgot.
I did not. I'm grateful for it.
When you remember.
I drink it every day that you buy it. And when I don't get it, I get a little...
I'm not saying you don't drink it. I think you just drink it so much
I do love tea.
that
No,
you
I
forget that you
specifically
drink
said
it
black
sometimes.
tea. Because I didn't have it with the cream and the sugar. I had green tea with honey and lavender, but I didn't have a black tea. Morning.
Sam is usually on
Danny
top of the
P.
chat today. I feel forced to type faster. Is unusually on top of the chat today. Yeah, you do need to type faster.
I'm trying to help him.
Not all coffee is bitter, Tom.
That's
I
true.
don't like coffee. I find it too bitter. I'm serious, dude. Try light roast. Try light roast. And don't drink it straight. It is going to be too bitter because it's got nothing in there. So try a light
So
roast.
Tom, what do you drink then if you don't drink coffee? Do you drink tea? Are you a tea drinker?
He probably drinks Monster or something like that. He's a former cop. He's a former police officer, so he drinks Monster or something.
I'm sorry, that totally made me laugh out loud.
He's got to drink something to keep the edge.
No, I remember they had something. What was it they bought when they were here? They bought or
telling
they
you, it
had
was-
something in the car.
It was like Monster. I'm pretty sure it was Monster. I haven't tried since I tried it about 30 years ago.
Did you say hi to Danny?
Danny, what's up, Danny? Hello, Morning Thunder with cinnamon in the morning. Matcha love with turmeric at night.
That's very good for you.
Sounds horrible. As with most things that are good for you.
I mean,
I blame working at Panera Bread for my love of coffee. She used to make specialty coffees when I worked there, when she worked there. I drink a 2-liter soda every day at work. Blake, are you trying
are you
to
dead? Are
commit
you okay?
suicide? What are you doing?
Wait, I also want to know what soda. Is it like Mountain Dew? Is it like a 2-liter of Mountain Dew?
That would be very not good.
I'm serious. Like,
Got my tracking number for Raw and add-on games. Looking forward to playing Wine Cellar again. Ah, cool. I was just talking about Raw yesterday on the bottom 5 and top 5. It's from 1999. It's a 26-year-old game.
long time ago.
Boom. Message retracted, Blake says. Sometimes Mountain Dew.
What, did he really say that?
Bro.
A 2-liter? Are you okay?
Every day? Bro,
What about non-work days?
your insides are jelly at this point. Bro.
Do you eat food too, or only the 2-liter? Because the 2-liter will fill your whole belly for the whole week.
How else would I have energy to deal with everything?
Just try teaching
sleep,
preschool.
Oh,
Not if he's
dude.
drinking a 2-liter bottle of Mountain Dew. He's not sleeping.
Oh, boy.
Tom didn't answer our question. What does he drink?
Typing mistakes all the time.
Yep.
I can usually drink 2 cans on non-work days.
See, so on a work day, he has to drink a 2-liter.
When we went to
Cream
Starbucks, I would get a
frappuccino,
cream
yes.
frappuccino. So you would get a shake.
No, yeah, but those have no caffeine in it.
So?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Also doesn't have any coffee in it.
Yes, that's what he also said. They would make a mistake and make it with the coffee in it.
It's not the caffeine, it's the sugar. Caffeine usually doesn't affect me. No, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's not the caffeine. We're sitting here about guzzling tea and coffee. We're not talking about caffeine. We're talking about all the other stuff that's in Mountain Dew that's ripping you to shreds from the inside out, dude. And I say that, I used to do the same thing.
Yes.
I'm just saying, I used to drink Mountain Dew like it was Mountain Dew and Dr. Pepper were my 2 sodas that I drank, and we would go through a lot.
Yeah.
So, and that culminated in me being 409 pounds. Now, I'm lighter than that. I'm still a big guy, but I'm lighter than that now. But, dude, seriously.
Then Jessie came
A
along,
2 liter of any kind of soda a day when you're at work is not good.
Calories.
No. I'm not even going to go there. We know it's a horrible amount of calories, but at some point your metabolism is going to give way. Maybe you have a very high metabolism and you're able to burn off those calories pretty fast, but at some point in your life, that's going to go away. So I would lovingly, and I mean that, steer you away from continuing on that trend. Yes, I eat food, Jessie.
I mean, a 2-liter bottle of there's no room for anything else. That was one thing Sam learned. Well, he was on a weight loss journey that we've been on as a family.
Yeah.
You can't eat and drink at the same time because the drink will fill up your belly just as much as the food, and then there's no room for the food.
You got to wait at least 20 to 30 minutes. 20 to 30 minutes between the 2.
Razzia, raw, and right. Delivered on Monday, Tom said.
Automation, work harder, work smarter.
I like that game, Artistry. We don't have that one.
That said, I'm not giving up coffee. Mountain Dew is so bad for you. I have a friend who is practically addicted to the stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I was. You can break it. I used to get, when I went to Korea, the first couple of years, they didn't have Mountain Dew in Korea.
Oh, really?
And I would get caffeine headaches.
Oh, because you didn't have
because I didn't have that. They had other pops, they had other sodas, but they didn't have Mountain Dew, and so I just wasn't drinking as much Mountain Dew, and I got bad caffeine headaches because I had that addiction. I do have a high metabolism, so yes. Coffee is just a treat for me. I don't need it to function, though some days it does help a bit. Yeah, I'm the same way. It's more of a habit than anything else. It's like, and even now, because we're doing that intermittent fasting thing, I stop eating at 8 in the evening and don't eat until 8 o'clock in the morning. And usually I would make it before I left the house to go drop the kids off. And now I wait until I get back to the house after dropping the kids off to make it. So
I did something pretty amazing for me this week, which I haven't done in a long time. You have been doing it for a little bit longer. I went to the gym this week.
Yep, you did.
And that was like breaking news.
Breaking news. She didn't break anything, which is also breaking news.
Also, I didn't hurt myself.
Yep.
I didn't break anything. So I was pretty happy about that. How's it healing?
It's healing fine, but now it's like on that spot where it...
And it bends.
No, it's on that spot where it's drying
Yeah.
in a bent state. So if I straighten it out, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just trying to stretch out that tissue. That's all. But I cut my finger breaking up a World War III cat fight upstairs on one day this past week. It was one of those things where I'm sitting there editing. It's Wednesday afternoon. I'm sitting there editing downstairs in my editing bay. And, I mean, I hear the Battle of Verdun happening between the two cats upstairs. And I'm like, okay, just going to keep editing. And it just continues and continues and continues. And I'm like, okay, fine. I go up there to break it up, and I walk up there and silence. So I'm like, geez, would you cut it out? And I actually said, cut it out. And go back downstairs, and as soon as my butt hits the chair, the battle starts up again. And I'm like, oh no. I went back up there, grabbed the broom, because I'm not getting in between the two fighting cats.
No.
And I was going to throw the broom in between them and at the instigator. The instigator was the crazy orange one. And our broomstick handle has it used to have a cap on the end of it. Now it doesn't anymore. And it's one of those metal broomsticks. And so I put my hand on one end of it, and I was just going to slide it across the floor, and it sliced the inside of my finger. It just kind of like sliced it right off. It was actually kind of cool because there was a whole
flap.
There was a flap of skin there.
Yeah.
And it was so thick, I couldn't pull it off.
Yeah.
So I had to clip it off with fingernail clippers. And then, so it's just one of those things. When you have two cats that can really be jerks living in the same house, this happens every once in a while.
I asked him if I could get a second cat. I asked. Mm-hmm. He said yes, so it's on him.
Which cat was winning the fight? Probably the orange one, because there were little tufts of white fur everywhere when I went up there. And what that usually means... No, what that means is, there's no usually about it. What that means is that the orange cat had been taking bites out of Max's fur.
Okay, also, Max has a lot of fur, and Max's fur, you can pull chunks out. That's normal, so.
Good morning from Pullman, Daphne says. Hello, good morning, Daphne.
We were just talking about the crazy cats. Your cat. And the orange cat are both crazy.
I sprained my finger back in August. It still bothers me a bit even now. Yeah, sprains are weird, especially if they don't. Because usually with a sprain, you try to use it faster than you should, and then it just stays injured for too long. Good job going to the gym. I need to start exercising again. Yeah, we have been. It's one of those things where if you're paying for something, you know you need to make it happen. Most of the time. We should have gone this morning. Let me finish. We should have gone this morning, but I chose not to because I'm tired of getting up early every morning. We're going at 5 o'clock in the freaking morning, and I am not a morning person. I didn't say we had to go at 5. No, but we do. But we do because we have stuff to do.
We wouldn't have had to go at 5
It's better to work out also. It's better to work out before you break your fast.
I know. That's why I said we need to go this morning.
Which is why I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I was a little pissy about it last night.
I said, what time are we going to the gym? What time are we going live? What time are we going to the gym? He wouldn't go.
How many times? How many times did you ask me? That's another thing that pissed me off. Just saying.
He was a little salty yesterday.
Yeah, I was. Rightfully so as well. Gotta find a way to make dim chips a game. The gym is on the other side of the house, so it shouldn't be as hard as it is. Now, we don't have a gym in the house. We actually have to drive to it. So
and you have to, confiscate the meeples for the game. You have to put them on the equipment, and then you can't get them until you work out, and then you can get the pieces for the game.
Max probably doesn't even feel it. I'm not saying that he doesn't feel it, but... it's leaving Max looking, at times, matted. Because he's literally pulling chunks of hair.
Max is always matted.
He's literally pulling chunks of hair off of the cat. And of course, Max doesn't like it. So of course, he's going to fight back. but he's a stupid inside cat, so he has no clue how to fight whatsoever.
Unless you're a rubber lizard, he might be able to take you down.
Oh, yeah, he does really well with that. Karen is here. Good morning, Karen. My job is the gym.
Yes, true.
Vanessa says, but I do go during the winter when I'm off.
True.
Well, yeah, you walk around in the forest all day long. That's completely different. Tim asks, what do you think about the state of CMON selling off some of their IPs? Well, I mean, I can't, you know, JT and I were talking about this a little bit when they put out that report, or when somebody put out their report that they are reporting a, million or, multi-million-dollar loss or something like that this year. That was on their projections. That's what they were that was a loss from what they were projecting they would make this year. So it wasn't, I mean, maybe it was actual funds, but it was from their projections that they were showing a loss, not from their actual company. And that article made it really sound like they had lost millions of dollars physically, but no, it wasn't. It was a projection, and the real amount of money was less than what they projected they were going to do. So because they're a stock market company now and they're being publicly traded, they have a board of directors and all of this other kind of stuff. And so when the board of directors see that, I imagine they say, okay, well, we got to start selling some stuff to make up that deficit in the projection. And I think that's what they're doing. I don't know that. See, with all of the reporting that's been done within the industry, it sounded like CMON is done. That's what it sounded like. And maybe they will be. But losing a bunch of money off of a projection, to me, is not, you're losing money that you never had. So you're just not doing as well as you wanted to be doing. Doesn't mean you're not doing well. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Sure.
All I'm saying is I think the reporting has been making it out to be more egregious of a problem for CMON than it may actually be. So I think, to go back to your actual question here, Tim, selling off some of their IP, they may just be selling off their IP to make up for some of that projected loss. And if that's the case, cool. If you're not planning on doing anything with it in the future and you can sell it to somebody and make some money off of it, absolutely. That's good business. If you're not planning on doing anything with it and it's not going to make you any money, and this other company wants to do something with it, and they're going to pay you a chunk of money for that IP so that they can do something with it, deal. Sold. That's my opinion, I guess. Blake Cavany says, my dad had a long work commute. He has to walk down the stairs. He doesn't always make it in time.
It's valid.
That's me.
No,
I walk around people's yards all day. I prefer working in the woods. I'd prefer working in the woods. Oh, yards all day? What do you do? Okay, I think she's an arborist, right?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean she's out in the woods. She can be doing people's trees, cutting power, making sure
code enforcement and stuff like that.
I don't know.
Making sure the trees are cut back and all that kind of stuff. Is that what you do, Vanessa? I thought you were much more of a hippie than that. You working for the man, girl. Shoot, what are you doing? Now I know. David Brownlee says, on the plus side, CMON at least knows they're in trouble and taking steps to course correct. Keeping my fingers crossed. Yeah, that's what I think. I mean, I when I first heard, because of the reporting and because of the style of reporting that I was reading, it sounded like CMON was done, on the way out. We're gonna get a message in a couple of months saying that they're closing their doors, laying everybody off, all that kind of stuff. That's what it sounded like. But Not so much now. I think they're just making some course corrections, and to use the words that David coined, and I think they're going to be okay. Maybe not. I have no idea, but it's just what it seems to look like. I hope not. I have 2 Kickstarters that Simon has yet to fulfill. Yep. I've got some pending Cthulhu Death May Die. Yeah. Probably means the mythic IPs they bought are dead. Maybe so. Or they're going to sell them so that somebody else can do it to them. That's probably so. That makes better sense. What and how you said it. Thank you. You're welcome, Tim. And again, I don't. That's just the way it seems to me. That doesn't mean that I'm right. That's just my take on it, and I reserve the right to be wrong. When future.
Wait. Did anybody catch that?
Out. Yes, absolutely. I always think that. I take care of people's trees and shrubs.
See?
That entails treating them for insects and diseases and fertilizing them. I don't do any pruning or cutting.
Cool.
Oh, okay.
See? Now we've learned.
So you work for a private company or do you work for the state? I don't care. I'm just
I was like, wow.
I'm curious. No, I'm serious. I'm just wondering. I mean, is that something that your state or your city does? Or do you work for a private company that hires your company to do that for them so that their trees and shrubs look good? Shrub, isn't that just a fancy bush? Simon has sold the intellectual property for the board games Hell, The Last Saga, Anastyr to the French publisher Don't Panic Games. That's interesting. I didn't know that either. Where is the cursor? There it is.
Reported 10 days ago, David says.
Reported 10 days ago. Okay, so
Interesting.
French.
Who owns? Yeah, I was like, who owns?
Publisher.
No, it's called Don't Panic.
Yeah, I know. Don't Panic. Don't Panic Games.
I don't know, Vanessa. Your job title's pretty cool.
What did she say?
I'm a certified arborist, but my actual job title is plant healthcare technician. That's a pretty fancy title. I love it. My fancy title is preschool teacher. Pre-K lead teacher, maybe my fancy title. Or teacher at a company. Or hey lady. I mean, it could be any of those. David says search for Simon Mythic IP, but
I don't care who bought this. I don't care who bought the IPs. I'm wondering
who's in charge of Don't Panic Games.
Yeah. Co-founded and directed by. Okay. Co-founded and directed by Cedric Letardi. Also responsible for many other projects, including Kaze, Anime Land, Unish Editions, and trendy geek-themed bar La Dernière Bar Avant La Fin du Monde. Don't Panic Games Fist for earlier. Okay, discover the authors whose games are published. Okay, that's just people who have designed it. Okay, I know that guy. He's good. Ooh. Okay, well, again, these are just designers. These are not actual people that are in the company.
Did you hear that?
Yeah,
that's the crazy.
That's the crazy cat.
Daphne, are you still there? Did you hear your crazy cat?
Wow, that's weird. They have two dudes with the same name, but they're definitely different dudes.
Yeah, that is funny.
So, okay. All right, I know that guy too. As far as a designer, that person. They have a lot of good designers underneath their umbrella. So that's a cool thing. But again, this could just be, these are the publishers that,
They're working.
I'm sorry, these are the designers of games that we've already published. It doesn't mean that they necessarily work with this company all the time. So who knows? What I'm not seeing any names from Mythic.
That's what I was wondering.
That's what I was looking for.
I'm like,
That's what I was looking for. I'm not seeing any names from Mythic Games in here. So, yeah. Anyway, that's what I was looking for. Didn't find it. Looks like they might be a French localizer as well, because on one of their banners here, there is definitely a Champions of Midgard character in there, and then there's a Batman character as well.
Rick and Morty.
Yeah, Rick and Morty. Yeah. So it looks like they might just be a localizer, but I don't know. I don't know enough about the company, but that's interesting. Again, for all the crap that it went through, Hell: The Last Saga is a very fun game. Now, I've only played it as it was being developed by the people at Mythic, and I super enjoy. I could not wait. There were times where I would send daily emails to the project manager trying to get more information so that I could get it, and it just wasn't coming. That is the one title out of all of the stuff that I wanted.
You know.
I wanted that game. And it just didn't happen. So if somebody can make it happen, let's do it. My goodness. Anyway, my fancy title is de facto. I'm de facto in charge at night. For example, if you had some trees and shrubs on your property that looked unhealthy, you'd give us a call. A sales arborist would come out to assess the issues and recommend treatment. I then come out to do the treatments. Cool. I also really enjoying your solo plays, Tim says. Really like the Heat one. I did too. I still have 2 years left to go through. I went through the 3 years that are in the core box. Then there's also a year that comes in each of the expansions, Tunnel Vision and Heavy Rain. So we're probably going to come back to that. I did need to give a break though, because people were getting tired of it, and I understand that. I certainly wasn't though. The only reason I didn't continue doing the 64 and 65 is because people were saying, okay, can we play something else now? So I said, sure, fine. But I wanted to finish it. But
Well, you can finish it, but it doesn't have to be on camera.
no, I want to do it on camera. Because it's fun. So thank you, Tim, for saying that. I appreciate it. Just realized I hit my 9-year anniversary on Friday.
Nice.
Working for that company for 9 years.
That's awesome.
We have 2 Ambers at my work, but they do very different things. Where does that come from? Was somebody talking about people named Amber?
And people with the same name.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Because of what I was looking at over here. Got it.
Yes.
No, but they were like the exact same name.
Derek Laufman.
It was kind of strange. I mean, first and last name.
Yeah,
That's weird. Maybe it was the same person that just had different profiles.
I don't frequently run into Jessies. Jessicas I'll run into.
Yeah.
But not many Jessies.
And the Jessies we do run into are dudes because they don't have the IE at the end. They just have
Jessie.
the E.
Jesse.
I'm glad my name isn't super common, Vanessa says. I'm almost always the only Vanessa in any given place, and I like it that way.
Yeah, I'm usually the only Jessie.
The Anthonys are here. What's up? Hi, Sam and Jesse. Yum Yum Saturday.
I'm up for that.
Every time somebody puts their handle as an acrostic like Tom just did, I always think of nutmeg. So we might just call them nutmeg from now on.
I mean...
Maybe a father and son. No, they both looked about the same age. I used to work with a Jessie, Blake says.
I I had at one of my .com companies, and I was working as an office manager and HR and front desk and all those things. I had somebody who was medically transitioning and wanted to change their name, and they wanted to change their name to Jessie, and it kind of bugged me because 2 weeks before, I was the only Jessie at this company. Oh my gosh, I love you, Vanessa.
Oh my goodness, I swear you two. You are so close to each other. It is so weird. Weird. You're both super short. You're both very similar in a number of different ways. That is so kind of weird. That is kind of strange. My mom works with someone who goes by Cha-Cha, as in Gabor.
No, Jaja.
Didn't Jaja have another? She had a sister. She had a sister.
Eva and Eva Gabor.
One of them. Oh, then.
Jaja Gabor.
No, but there was a Cha-Cha in there back in the 80s. And again, it was another.
Joni and Chachi?
No, not Chachi. Jeez. I know who Chachi and Joni were. Good night in the morning. No, Cha-Cha was like one of those really super flamboyant women.
I know which,
in
but it wasn't
Hollywood.
It wasn't Cha-Cha.
That was always like super dudded up and.
No, Jaja.
I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about. Cha-Cha. Please,
I don't know.
nothing bad come
I'm really
up.
Scared.
Please, nothing bad come up. Image search on Cha-Cha.
Oh,
Okay,
I'm
it's just
super
a bunch
scared.
of dancing
doing
stuff.
Cha-Cha.
Just dancing.
Did Cha-Cha
dancing.
Hollywood star?
No, that's not it. Oh, no, 1908? No. 1980s, dummy.
See?
I guess.
Jaja.
Maybe I'm thinking about her. That's it's this lady right here. It's the lady that was in Greece. Maybe her character's name is Cha-Cha. I don't know. I swear there was somebody.
Karen said redhead.
Huh?
Karen says redhead.
Redhead?
She was a smile redhead. I don't know what smile redhead means. But...
Yes, that's her. That's her. That's an older picture of her. But yeah, that's her. And she stuck out because her face looks like a mouse. Look at it. Looks like a mouse. The singer. Yeah, she's flamenco or something like that. I don't know. Oh, it's Charo. I'm sorry.
That's what it is. See, I'm like, it wasn't Cha-Cha, but it was Charo. Yes, that I can.
Yeah, but she looks like a mouse.
Danny
because
got
she's
it.
had a nose
Danny
job.
got it.
Because she has a nose job, and sorry, that person that did that nose job messed it up. Sorry. Yeah, Charo. That is correct. Yep. Danny got it.
Octavia. Ooh,
And
that's
that
a good.
Charo's character in Greece was Cha-Cha. See, there's a lot of connections there.
You got all the
I'm
things.
not crazy. My mom also considered naming me Octavia.
That's a great name.
I'm glad she heard a lady call for her daughter named Vanessa and thought the name was pretty.
I think Octavia is a really good name. Really like that.
Fact check? Yes, that's what we're doing. Charo is great. My mom really likes her. Well, I don't mean...
Is she a musician?
Yes, she was a singer. She's...
I
think I want to say it was
singer.
like Latino,
Yeah.
like traditional type style music, but I never listened to the music. I just saw her on events and
I think I've seen her around Hollywood
different
Squares.
places. Yeah, stuff like that.
Like,
All right. Real quick, we've got only a few
Oh
minutes.
dear, Pete. We have so much to do still.
No, we're just going to show the stuff off that I bought yesterday. So again, I told you I went by and bought some
You
stuff.
want to do it individually?
Yeah. Put it on the floor. Put it on the floor and then kick it over so you don't put it
So I
on.
don't fall and die?
So you're not going to fall and die.
Do you not know me?
So I did go to Treasure Trove.
Love Boat, yes.
She was, there you go. Yes, she was on Love Boat a bunch of times, I think. So
We got a box here.
I went to Treasure Trove yesterday to pick up some stuff, and one of the things that I picked up was Trails. This is a stand-alone game for 2 to 4 players. Takes about 20 to 40 minutes, and it's based on Parks, the game. And we really like Parks, the game. And so I figured, and it's in the old style from Keymaster Games, not the new style. So that's another reason I bought it. It matches. Matchy.
I don't think
And
Daphne's
so-
still there, but she loves those words.
No, she doesn't.
She does.
So I've already opened this, and basically it looks very similar, but it looks like you're going to have a limited amount of resources for these things. It looks like a truncated version of Parks. That's what it looks like. So I'm curious to see how it plays, but we're gonna give it a whirl. Never played it again. Hadn't really looked at it. What had happened was I was there to buy something else, and after Krista, the owner, took those something else's and put them behind the thing, she was talking to other customers. So while she was talking to those other customers, I was looking around the store. I saw this, and I saw another thing that we'll talk about in a minute, and I bought those two things as well. So this was very much an impulse buy. So I don't know how it's going to go, but we'll see. I'm looking forward to it. And this is, I don't know, Appalachian Trail. It looks like it's supposed to be a postcard, but it's not. Haha, they fooled you. It's just a
Flyer.
advertisement. So these are the different, and these are like, cardboard, different things that you put out. These are the different places that you travel to. And again, I really like the artwork. It's different than Parks, but it has that same feel to it. It has that same kind of rustic feel to it. So there's that. And then all of these little wood components, all of these little cubes and everything like that are in it. And these bags come with the game. So you have this little dice that you're going to be rolling from certain time, from time to time. I don't know how. I haven't read. You have this little bear. Did you see that video I sent you the other day?
Yes, when we got in the back of the truck and took
Yeah.
the backpack.
Yeah, so she's always, every time we go anywhere, she's all like, I want to see a bear. I want to see a bear. Maybe we'll see a bear today. And we're just like driving over the pass.
That's my voice, clearly.
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, gee.
And so I saw this video online, this mama black bear and her 2 cubs. And they walked up on some people that were unloading their truck. Looked like they would got an Airbnb or something like that.
Yeah.
And it was very much going to take some of the stuff out of their truck.
Yeah.
And ended up doing that.
Yeah.
And so I sent it to her. I said, still want to see a bear?
Yes.
Yeah, she probably says yes.
Yes.
But anyway, that is
I mean, I've seen bears in
Trails.
Alaska. I've seen bears in California. I've seen bears.
Trails.
I just haven't seen one in Washington.
Let's see here. I have that game, Good Game. I never played Trails, surprisingly. We stopped briefly at Treasure Trove on our last visit, David says. It's a nice place. It is a nice place. It is a very nice store. They've done a very good job of making it it's kind of really just like a hole-in-the-wall kind of store, but it is very well laid out. And the furniture's nice. And they also just started their cafe. So they've got the ability now to do coffees and teas and drinks and all of that kind of stuff. So we'll have to stop in again and see how good their coffee is. Let's see. Can you add it to parks? No, it is a standalone game, Karen. It says that very specifically. Where does it say it? It says no. It does. It does. It's somewhere. A new standalone game in the best-selling Parks series. So that's Parks.
No, that's
then-
Trails.
Trails, yes. Sorry, Trails. And then let's do the Flamecraft. So I already own. Are you okay?
Yes.
What is wrong?
Nothing. It's fine.
This is the problem with her. What's wrong?
Go. Carry on.
So I already own Flamecraft. We've owned Flamecraft for years now. But when I was in the store, I saw
Daphne, not know if you're still there, but
box.
you gotta see this.
a little box had these little thingies in it. Put it down here again. These little thingies. So it's not that I didn't buy Flamecraft. I bought the Flamecraft dragons. So the dragon miniatures.
Oh, so cool.
So they're pretty neat.
Those look so cool.
This guy has like, this is my dude. Even though I don't usually play red, this is my dude. He's
With
got
the meat.
Yeah, with the meats. So anyway, that's what I got. It also came with
That's cool.
because these are the ones that come in the base game. These are all of the base game colors, and then they added another pink one, and the pink one also came with a wooden dragon meeple to match the one, and
cool.
a score token to match the ones that came in there. So
That's cool.
that is another thing that I bought yesterday at Treasure Trove.
Love it.
Yeah, looking forward to. I think I want to get this out and play it again, just so we can use these things. Make sure they're all
Daphne will be
laying
mad
down.
if we play without her. Maybe we can play next weekend.
Nah, we're good. Another cool thing about it is that this fits in there real good, and it holds those cards in place. So it's actually going to be better. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. Wah, wah, wah. There we go. All right, now the reason I actually went to Treasure Trove yesterday. You need a resin 3D printer. You would be blinging out all your games. Yeah, I've got a 3D printer, but it's not resin. So I have been blinging out. I have blinged out one of my games. I made a storage insert, box insert for 3D printed for Cascadia. So that's going to be cool. Anyway, all right. So the reason I went to Treasure Trove Game is because I was talking to the owners, and they said they were getting 2 copies of Battle for Hoth in there, Battle of Hoth. And so I finally have been able to get a copy of it. I went in and bought both of the copies that they had because there is a epic version that you can play, but you have to have 2 boards and you have to have two base copies for it. So I went and bought 2 base copies. I entertained the possibility. I entertained the idea of playing this today instead of doing a live Q&A. But I was a good boy
I don't mind. I would have done
and
it.
laid it off. But I did open it all up, so we will go ahead and take a look inside. Again, there's been so much content.
Everybody's
already
seen
done this. So
So
but
we're
I
not
do
doing
want to
anything
say a few things about the stuff that they found and that I thought is pretty cool. So we'll go ahead and get down to the table here. All right, so first of all, you have your rule book, and then you also have a scenario book.
Nice.
Which, that's cool. You have both of those things in there. You also have some player aids for all of the different terrains that are out there, and so forth and so on. Okay, so that's cool. But this is one of the cooler things that I like about it as well. It also has expand your gameplay by embarking on this alternate campaign. So I think that's cool. You have this little campaign in here, and you have campaign 1 for the Imperials, campaign 1 for the... so this is kind of like
Memoir.
the memoir books
Yes.
that they had that were separate and super hard to get a hold of to where you could follow a campaign.
Right.
So I like that. You also have a second campaign for Outpost Delta. So I like that little interesting thing that they put into it. And then you have more. Again, these are the, how much range you have for that kind of character, how many dice you're rolling at each of those different ranges, and so forth and so on, how far you can move, how big the squad is, and all of that kind of stuff. And so you have that for both sides, and I think that's pretty cool. Then you have the dice. The dice are nice. If I can be a little Zeus-ish there for a little bit. The dice are really nice. They're etched, first of all, and they're custom. And they are really, really, really cool. So again, very much like Memoir, you're trying to roll the symbol that you're trying to shoot at. This one, I believe, is for shooting at mechanized units. And then this is for shooting at infantry. And this is a retreat. And then that is a hit on all sides. And then you also have a miss. So, thanks. Was Strider in here?
Yes, he's right there.
I think he just fluffed a air biscuit.
Great.
Yeah, great indeed. But another thing I wanted to give kudos on is, and this is something Days of Wonder has been knocking out of the park for a long time, and that is the storage insert. I mean, the storage insert is something else. This is all of the Imperial units with the AT-ATs and the Stormtroopers and the droids. Man, what are they called? I don't know. I can't remember what they're called. Anyway, probe droids. There we go. See? It was there. So that's cool. And they have their own. So when you're passing out the game, you just give it to the Imperial player. Rebel player takes theirs instead of having to have the box out in the middle.
Yeah, I love it.
So that's really cool. You have the anti-personnel cannons here, and you have the snow speeders, and then the rebel troops down here. And then you also have this down here. I don't have those minis. I believe this is where the shield generator is going to go, because there's also an ion cannon mini that I don't have. They sold those separately.
Cool.
The ion cannons and the shield generators are just these things in here. So they're just tokens in the base game. They have a little. I think it might even be an exclusive for conventions. Then here are all the tokens that you need to go. Then all of the different tiles. Again, all of them are double-sided.
Nice. So
everything looks pretty good. It's very much the same style and same thing as Memoir, and so it's really nice. Actually, this is pretty good, pretty stinking good. These I'm not so.
I like the wooden ones better, I think.
Well,
the other ones
no, they're not wooden. They're also plastic. But here's the thing: I do like the fact that they're concave.
I like the little concave. Yeah.
They're concave, and so they'll kind of, instead of having just a flat wall of cards, they're kind of concave for you. I like that. But and of course they're for both.
Yes.
Both, Imperials, Rebels. So you kind of get the idea. But they go back in there. And then all of the cards. All of the different cards. You have some special cards that are... these are... I don't know what these are called. Again, we didn't use those when I played them at... when I played this at Origins. Support cards. There you go. So you have support cards, and then you have just regular cards as well. And then you also have leader cards in there too. So, where's the other? Oh, okay. There we go. All right, so these support cards are out here that you can use: reserve forces, desperate stand, combat expertise. So these are all things, and you can use these after, at a certain time. Some of them say after you roll, after losing infantry, whatever. Then you also have these regular cards that are in here. So again, very similar. This is the field of battle that you can play it in, how many units you can order in that field of the battle, and so forth and so on. Okay, so it gives you an idea of, it's very Memoir 44-ish.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you also have, let's see. So the leader for the rebels here is, so you have Luke, and Luke has 3 cards that you can put in there. You have Leia, can be a leader, and there are 3 cards for Leia, and then you have Han as a leader, and Han will be these 3 cards. So
That's cool.
That's a cool little twist, I guess you could say, as far as that's concerned. So on the Imperial side, you have a Scout, Special Orders, Final Assault, Incursion, and Rout are your support cards. And then similarly, you have different, recon cards. And again, when you draw a new command card, you get to choose 2 and draw 2 and choose 1. So all of that pretty much is to be the same, except, the artwork's pretty cool as well.
Yeah.
And then the leaders here, you of course have Darth Vader.
Whoa.
And his 3 cards. Then you have Maximilian Veers, General Veers. He was the guy that was in the cockpit of the AT-AT, giving the guys orders and talking to Lord Vader. And then you also have Admiral, or let me see. Now at this point, he was still Captain Piet. So Captain Piet, Firmus Piet, Fleet. Oh no, it does say Fleet Admiral. Okay, whatever. No, yeah, that's right. Yeah, because he came out of hyperspace too soon, choked him, and gave it over. Admiral Piet. Yep. Anyway, so you have these 3 cards for Admiral Piet. So again, I think this is going to be neat. I'm excited to see what they have coming up for expansion content. I'm curious because I'm pretty sure, well, I mean, they've had the entire Star Wars universe to work with. So it's like there is more than enough stuff in the Star Wars universe to have a whole bunch of different, I haven't even looked at the scenario book yet, but of course they're all,
That's so cool.
they're all different, snow bases, but I mean, they could absolutely come out with new boards, new,
Right.
everything. So I'm really looking forward to piling into this. So if you open the board up, you have one side of the board that is just this, which means that you take the other copy of the game and it's going to have another board like this, and you put it over here. And you have 1, 2, 3, and that's epic.
I see.
The base game, if you only have one base copy, it comes with this.
Got it.
And you still have your 3 battles.
Yeah.
And I like the little
Footprints. Yeah, that's cool.
That's pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to it. It looks like it's going to be right down. My thing with, on the front of the box is it has this whole galactic battles thing. And they did, Richard Borg put out a space version of Memoir 44 with spaceships and all of this other kind of stuff. And it had that galactic battles thing. So they're carrying that, but I think this is closer to Memoir 44. The other one just has a lot of wonky rules to it. So I'm interested in diving into this. I haven't really read, through the rule book yet. I just got this yesterday. But I'm very happy so far with everything that I'm seeing.
Oh, I bet you are.
We'll go with that. This might be something that we do on Wednesday.
Sure.
We'll start the
I mean,
campaign on
yeah.
Wednesday, me and you. Maybe if it's not World War II, you won't get so hung up on the tactics of everything.
Maybe.
It's just a Star Wars game. It's not World
Sure.
War II. All right, so that's that. Finally got that in, and let's see here. You could use the ion cannons from Rebellion. I could, absolutely could. So many Star Wars games with minis. That is correct. The gray and blue backed cards are only used for the campaign, according to Rodney Smith. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Blaming the dog. You are absolutely right. I do blame the dog, because that dude cracks air biscuits on the regular, and they are horrendous. What was it yesterday that you fed him that gave him the toots really bad? A banana.
No more bananas.
No more bananas for Strider. Good night in the morning. That dude, weapon of mass destruction right there.
Yeah, truth.
Anyway, Vanessa had to take off. Going to head off for now. I'm going to get ready to go to Kennywood in a bit. The gray and blue back cards are only used for campaign. Yep. That's an odd box shape for Days of Wonder. Yeah, I agree with that. It's a weird box shape. But they held true to what they are good at, and that is the insert is awesome. They put thought into how, setting up the game, making it faster, that kind of thing with a good storage insert. So Days of Wonder is a great company, hands down.
There's some suggestions here about some Star Wars themed characters for Unmatched.
Jar Jar? I don't know about Jar Jar. I don't know. I don't give Jar Jar the hate that many people do, because I saw the value he brought. He brought an unexpected comedic relief to the series, and I thought it was fine. He was not a normal Gungan, which was evident, but he still had value, worth, and I think that's cool. A lot of, all of the different ideas that have come out that he was actually a Sith, and that he was actually more powerful than Sidious and Dooku and all of that other kind of stuff. And he was actually behind the scenes.
I'm glad I don't read all the conspiracy theories on Star
Well,
Wars.
it's because,
me.
it's actually pretty funny. But it's like, how Yoda acted like a buffoon the first time he met Luke to test Luke. They say that it's kind of the same way with Jar Jar. It's just he was doing all of that, and he was acting that way so that he could stay under everybody's radar. He was the one that brought the motion to bring Darth Sidious, Emperor Palpatine, to give him the special powers.
I don't see it.
I think it's pretty funny. Hayden Christensen was much more annoying than Jar Jar. That's funny. All right, peace out, everyone. See you later, Blake. Take care, bud. Of all the Command and Colors games, which do you think is the easiest to play and the hardest rules-wise? Well, I think the Ancients have a couple of other rules in there, formulating a line and keeping your line intact, not breaking your line. And if you break your line, you become weaker. It becomes easier to attack you. It becomes easier. They have a lot of other rules that make it a little bit more complex. I think Memoir 44 is probably base game. Now, I'm not talking about when you add all of the other rules and units and different nations rules into the mix. It becomes convoluted at that point. But I think base game, Memoir 44 is probably the easiest to play. And I think it's the most aesthetically pleasing as well. I really don't like the blocks that are used in the Ancients. They're more thematically correct because of whatever. But I think there's more. I think there's more. More.
Because I'm out of water.
Not really difficult rules, but they're more just unintuitive rules. That if you're not familiar with that style of warfare, even on a foundational level, they're a little bit more difficult to grasp. But games like this one and Memoir 44, I think, are more down to earth as far as that's concerned.
That'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Yep, we're out of here. It's 10:30. It's been an hour and a half. That's usually how long we go. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. We have some things to take care of here. We got to get some stuff mailed off again. So, but only 4 packages, I think, because you did 4 of the 6 the other day.
So we have 2.
I got to get 2 of those and then 2 more from this Tuesday. Anyway, we're going to try to get that done today. And then we've got some other things to do. But we're out. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you. We'll see you guys and gals on the flip side. See you on Tuesday morning, y'all.
Bye.
Have a great weekend.
Fix that.
Yeah, I will. Okay. I will get. I just signed off.